Welcome to Longyearbyen, the world's northernmost town. It's located on the island of Svalbard, high up in the Arctic. This island is the home of many polar bears and also the place that I have called my home for the last 4.5 years. This cute little village has a population of around 2,300 people, coming from more than 50 different countries. Longyearbyen is the last stop before the North Pole, and our seasons here can be quite rough. Temperatures drop to below 40 degrees during winter. We experience 2.5 months of total darkness in our polar night, and in the summer, we live with constant daylight for 4 months. Even so, I would say that this is the best place on Earth. Now we're gonna go to the top of the village on this side so I can show you the amazing view over the village. It really is beautiful, this little village. So from here you have a view over the entire village. Look at how beautiful it is. Village, like the main center is right there. And you can see that this is the top of the village. And at here, there's not much. There's only the one restaurant. So they do call this like you're outside of the kind of, like you saw the sign, you should be wary of polar bears here. You shouldn't just go for a walk without a gun. But when you have a car, it's okay. So yeah, it's beautiful. Look at this. I often get questions in general about Svalbard, and I think maybe I should mention that from the beginning this was a coal mining village. That's why you have the old mines and all of this, all of the taubanebockar, which were used to bring the coal to the harbor so it could get shipped. So everywhere you go really across the island, you will see some kind of remnant or different things left over, because they kind of left everything, and now they're calling it a culture memory, so you can't move it or ruin it or anything. So you can always find these kind of things from that time. Now we have one active mine, which is mine 7, and that is producing coal and energy for our village. But now they're leaning towards more tourism as the main income, and that's why we are suffering so bad during the COVID crisis, the corona crisis. I've lived here for 4.5 years now, and I still don't get tired of this view. I find Hjortfjellet to be just as amazing and kind of magnificent as I thought in the beginning when I moved here. It is a tiny village, but it really doesn't feel like it. There's always something to explore, and now living in our cabin, it kind of feels like our world opened up and became a little bit bigger because we're living 10 minutes away from the village. So we kind of feel like we have a bit of a commute, and that's nice. I like driving a car, so just going those 10 minutes and listening to podcasts is really nice. So this is the main street. This is pretty much where everything is. Here is one of the cafes, and also a cinema and a library. Now we're gonna go and get a coffee at Fruene. In this beautiful weather, it's 12 degrees. Everybody's happy. This is the bank and also the post office. And they're always building something here, so it's gonna be super noisy. But this is the center of the village. And here we have the cafe, and everybody's sitting outside because it is summer here. We're gonna go and get ourselves a coffee. Älskar att filma deras konstiga grejer. It's very cozy. And this is also a part of a shopping center. So you have some other shops in here, like the Mix, where you can buy sausages. I was gonna say that's all I buy there. On Thursdays they have a cafe where everybody comes and do their knitting. So you can go here on Thursdays and just sit and knit with your buddy. So here we have our shopping center. We're now on the main street. And here we have our pharmacy and everything else for shopping. Here is our only supermarket. And we're going to continue up here now. Here is some of the shops. When you come to Longyearbyen, you can buy everything you need here. There are so many shops for outdoor gear. Here they have a lot. And in here I usually buy my water bottles. Did you know that? I for some reason always buy them specifically in this shop. I feel like they have the best colors.
I just buy them myself.
I just feel silly on myself. If you want to buy a polar bear, a dead one, you can go in here. I don't want to buy a dead polar bear. And this is a very popular restaurant called Croa. Here is a hotel. We are at the end of the center. This is the main street. We just walked the entire main street, so there's not much more I can show you here. These are the shops we have. We have a couple of more, but they're further down in the village, and there's not really any difference from the shops that are here. So yes, that is our main street.
Living here really is something special. Every day you get to experience incredible nature and wildlife. Our village is filled with people with many of the same interests, so meeting up with your friends often means going on a hike, checking out a nearby glacier on snowmobile, or just setting up a fire outside to grill hot dogs under the midnight sun. In this Longyearbyen series, I'm going to do my best to show you why this place stole my heart, so stay tuned for part 2.